My name is Lora, and today I went around Marist College asking students what they know about domestic violence and informing them a little more about it. What do you know about domestic violence?
I think I know that it's an underlooked problem. A lot of people don't talk about it. I know a lot of females that have been in abusive relationships and they don't talk about it.
I was actually just learning about it in my gender, culture, and communication class, how the rates tend to show that men are more violent towards women than the other way around. Women, it's usually defensive, out of self-protection, I guess.
That's the extent of my knowledge too. I mean, I don't really know very much, so.
Domestic violence is violence that occurs within the household that could be perpetrated by either a male or a female.
Domestic violence is a pattern of abusive and threatening behaviors by one person in a domestic context against another.
Physically, I guess physically by physical harm or just emotional, trying to put someone down while they're asserting their dominance over someone.
Through physical violence. I mean, it's a very easy way to scare someone, to, make them submit to you, and I think that by being forceful and physical, it scares the other person into submitting to whatever they want.
Yeah, same thing. Also finances can have probably something to do with it too, because if someone's the breadwinner that has more money, then it can you can feel like you have control over them because you're helping them in the house, so.
It's interesting. I don't know too much about that, but I think distancing yourself from an abusive person would be the right option.
That's a really tricky situation and a really tricky question. I think that would obviously be the best situation, but I think the woman, if that was me, you would have to make sure that you have a safe place to go and you have resources. Because a lot of women, I feel depend on the man a lot of the time, so that's why they're afraid to leave, or if they have children, they're afraid because the guy may take their children. Yeah. So I think that you have to scope out your plan before you go about leaving. But I think you need to leave.
I guess trying to leave, it's easier said than done if you want to leave the situation, but a lot of people are manipulated into staying, so.
Getting out of the situation is probably the safest as long as someone is informed about the situation. If you just leave, the person
definitely tells them before,
right. The person who's committing the abuse is going to is not rationally thinking. They might pursue it and find you, or the situation could get worse. So
it's actually found that 75% of women who are murdered by their batterers are killed when they leave or after they leave the relationship.
Wow, that's really interesting. I did not know
I guess
that.
you didn't know that.
I don't know. She experiences physical abuse.
Rarely, you said?
Yes.
It kind of depends, I guess, I would say. I'm not really sure.
I think that if someone is in a domestic abuse situation, it's going to happen no matter what. If they're pregnant, no matter what the circumstances are, that
maybe
person's
the fact that they are pregnant and
not going to be afraid. They could use it as...
Yeah, because maybe they didn't want a child, and that's why they're not happy in the relationship, and that could be a factor too. So maybe when she is pregnant, then that could be it. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think what you said about the fact that they can be appear to be charming and stuff like that. It's just a way for them to manipulate more, but never really thought of it that way before.
Yeah, I didn't know the statistics and as much information about domestic violence. So yeah, definitely.
I didn't know that pregnant women were more susceptible to being abused. I didn't know that leaving is not the safest situation because someone could pursue you further.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. I always thought that you should leave.
Yeah.
Today, I've learned a lot about domestic violence. Thanks to Amy.